This review is of Scooby-Doo Escape from the Haunted Mansion by Coded Chronicles, the OP games, okay? And this is for ages 12 and up, at least one person. So if you are not a person, you cannot play this. First thing I'm going to say about this is it's a quality game, but at $25, it is a game that you can really only play one time. And then it's not designed to be changed around. Like if you play Clue, you can play a different way in many different times because things get randomized. But with this, they didn't build that in. They put a lot of time into this game, I think, figuring out how everything is going to be, and it's very well done, I think, with the exception of when you need to clean up some of the clues at the end. It doesn't tell you how to tidy everything up, and that's kind of problematic. But aside from that, I believe this is well done, but it's certainly far too expensive for $25. Now, in order to play this, you're going to need a decent-sized table. I would say probably a 4 foot in size, at least 4 foot square or 4 foot round, something like that, because there are lots of cards you have to lay down, and sometimes it can get pretty crowded on the table. We did it on a less than 2 foot square table, and that was pretty challenging sometimes. So I suppose you could get by with maybe a 3 foot table, but yeah, ideally, right? Now I'm going to show you the different things that are in this box. So hold on. Okay, of course, as always, you get the mystery manual, which you should read first. It has lots of instructions on how to play the game. And this is, a game that takes a lot of reading. So, and at the end, you can figure out what your score is based on the number of Scooby snacks you consumed during the game, which is back here. And also there are hints in case you need hints, although they're not necessarily going to help. Now when I say hints, I don't mean the hints that you get from the players. I mean like extra hints in case you get stuck. So you then get 5 booklets, one for each character. Velma, Shaggy, and each character has their own number and abilities. So she can research. Shaggy can unsurprisingly eat. Daphne can use things. Scooby can smell. And Fred can build. Or investigate, actually. Sorry, investigate. There is actually a small amount of character development in this game. I won't give it away, but if you paid close attention to what I just showed you, you will figure out who gets character development. So the next thing is you get... Okay, so this is an envelope that you can use if you want to pause at the end of chapter 1 and store all the stuff so that you'll be able to pick up next time, which is a convenient little thing, not necessarily that important, but it's useful. We also get these standing pieces for each of the characters in the game, again with numbers 1 through 5. You get these tiles, which are cards with different rooms on them. There's a foyer and a kitchen and a bathroom and a bedroom and dining room and game room and so on. Laundry room, all in here. There are a total of, I believe it's 13, yes, 13 rooms in here. Man, that thing just does not want to stay up. And just stay. Whoa. All right. You also get a series of secret envelopes from 1 to 8. And you are not allowed to open these until you read instructions that tell you to open them. Each of these has a special clue that will, in one way or another, help you. And I'll give you a hint. One of them has the clue about whose character gets developed or gets better. They're all sealed with this, but it only works one time. So once you've opened it, it's opened. So that's kind of unfortunate. I wish they would have done like Velcro or something back here so you could reseal it easily, but yeah. That would have been a lot more money, I suppose. They probably would have raised it up to $30. And finally, you get the clue cards. And there are 59 clue cards here. Each clue card has something different on it. I see 15. Oh, there's 60, sorry. They were in the wrong order somehow. 60 clue cards, sorry. Yes. Each one has something different in it. So I played this with my children, who are 14 and 18, and I think it was appropriate for them. Sorry. But again, once you've solved it, there's nothing more to do. Now, I suppose this could be one of those gifts that you pass around. So you give it to somebody and you say, when you're done with it, give it to somebody else. And they say, give it to somebody else. And hey, you know what would be really cool? Is if you inside here you put the date and that you played and some maybe a family name or something like that, or city name or and city and state. That would be cool. And then people could see how this thing over the years travels from place to place, and how many people actually played and how long they hold on to it before they share it with somebody else because they got it and didn't play with it for 5 decades. But yeah, so $25. I personally, I didn't buy this. My daughter bought this, and she wishes she had bought Monopoly instead because, of course, you can play Monopoly many times. Or Clue would have been great, or something else that you can reuse time and time again. I've never heard of Chronicles. But I can say that had I known this was a once-off or a game that you can only play one time with the same people, that I would have said to my daughter, don't buy it. But I didn't know it, and she didn't know it. And so unless Coded Chronicles is going to come out with a way to make this game something that can be reused, it's going to lose the company money. And it's wasting our money because we can't use it twice. I mean, also, it is not a good game for everybody. Not because it's based on Scooby-Doo, but because it is a mystery game and there are clues and different kinds of mysteries you have to solve within the game to move forward. It's not just about reading lines from the different character books. It's also, the clues sometimes require you to solve puzzles involving different things, and so your group, if you're not good at, if one person isn't good at puzzles, everybody needs to have different skills in order to round out the team so that everybody will be able to participate. Now you can have 5, obviously, because there are 5 people in Mystery Inc., or you could even have more people if more people want to help out figuring out all the puzzles and stuff like that. But you know, there are some physical things that you have to do sometimes, and some other things. So it does require different kinds of skills, not so much creativity as problem solving and probably placement of things to make a kind of puzzle that is not like a jigsaw puzzle, but there will be spaces sometimes. There's one that's kind of like a Tetris-y kind of thing. So it's really not for people who don't like to do that kind of stuff. Now, I suppose if you've got, you know, millions of dollars in the bank, $25 doesn't matter to you, and you're not going to care that you played the game only once and then had to get, you know, didn't play it ever again in your life until you forgot completely about it and then played it again because you couldn't remember anything about it. But yeah. On its own merits, if it were a game that could be replayed, I would give it a 7.5, maybe an 8. However, since you can only play it once, I can only give it a 4, to be honest. So again, Coded Chronicles, if you're watching this, please come out with some way that we can make this a game that can be used again and again and again. Because otherwise, $25 is way too much money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.